So, you clicked on this video to learn some Redstone. I know a lot about Redstone, one of my best things in Minecraft. I will teach you right now all of it. Let's do this. So, first of all, Redstone ore. This is what the Redstone looks like when you mine it. Redstone ore is most commonly found very low, so the lower you go, similar to diamonds, the more you'll find. So, with Redstone, it's basically like wiring, like how you get lights in your house. It's the same as that. So I'm gonna be using a lever for all of this because it's much easier to demonstrate. So as you can see here, the lever is off. It's not turned on, no power is on. If I turn it on, it goes all the way here. And when the resin ore becomes brighter, then that's when how you know it's turned on. So then resin ore can be turned on like for a maximum distance of 16 blocks. So here it should end. As you can see, this one's dead. So the piston won't turn on. Here, if I break that and place this there, it turns on. Because the 16th block right here. Okay, so redstone is mainly used for pistons, right? Like building pistons, doors, and stuff. So then this is how it works. You literally just connect it to the piston and flick it and it turns on. When you see this or the piston goes up, that's how you know the piston is on. Also, pistons can come in two forms. A normal piston, so this piston will just only push a block. So as you can see, it doesn't bring the block back. And a sticky piston, which is mainly used for building doors, brings the block back. So as you can see here, it goes and it comes back. Perfect. But all these demonstrations were just using normal sticky pistons. So what you can do is you can have a block. I'm using wool because wool is just like it's very easy to color coordinate stuff in Redstone. But anyways, you can place the lever onto a block which is directly connected to the piston and it'll still turn on. This is because this block is powered. So let's say I put piston there, it turns on. Piston here, turns on. Piston here, turns on, as you can see. So here, as you can see, because this blocker will be powered, you turn this on, piston powered here, piston extends. Simple. Now, what's like mainly used in redstone, we have repeaters. So this is a repeater. So the repeater, so as you can see, redstone line is powered, powered, powered. This here is a 16th block. So if I say got rid of that, this is not powered. Nothing here is powered. But if I go to the 16th block, this one here, because it's not powered, I go here, place the repeater turns on, and basically it repeats power from here. So it adds another 16 blocks, and so this can be powered. Look, not powered, powered. Simple. So then pistons, I mean, repeaters can be set to different ticks. So Minecraft works in tick speed. It's basically just parts of a second. So I have my repeater here. That's like 0 ticks. 1 tick, 2 ticks, 3 ticks. So the further this knob here with a line is from this knob, the slower the repeater will act. Let me show you here. You turn this on, slow, slow. You see how slow that was? Even then, the turning off is slow. Slow, slow. But if I change this, hold on. If I change this back to 1 or 0, it goes very quick. So that will help with like making complicated stuff. So now, what's commonly used in redstone is, as I showed you earlier, with the lever powering the block. As you can see, it powers everything around the block. This block is powered, meaning that any redstone touching it, or any redstone contraption touching it, will also be powered. It works with repeaters, so repeaters are very useful. So look here, if I do this, into the block, this block is now powered because of the repeater. It goes through, and then here. However, if I just had normal redstone, it wouldn't work. So as you can see, it goes like this, and powers. Cool. So now we have redstone torches. This is a bit more complicated, but it's fine, because I know you guys can do this. So redstone torches, they basically just power everything around them constantly. So everything around here is powered. But this is why I say they get complicated, because this, you would think it works. I turn this on, it doesn't work. Turn it on, nothing works. Even with a repeater, you'll see now, it's not powered, because it can't travel backwards, but look, if I did this, it will power. But anyways, it can't travel backwards. If I power this lever, it doesn't do anything to the redstone torch. See, it's on, and it's still on. So, there's a way to do this. So as you can see, there are redstone torches everywhere. This one's powering that, this one's powering that, this one's powering that, and this one's powering nothing. But with the lever, if I turn this on, this block will be powered, right? So then I turn it on, bang, everything is off. Again, bang, everything is off. So you can do the same thing with just a normal lever. Oh my, this trade is getting in the way. So if you go like this, and you have something like that, because the repeater works as like the lever and powers a block, it's off. On, and it's off. So it's basically just reverse. Now, it can be used for different stuff like buttons and stuff, but that's way more complicated. So as you can see, this is very common in redstone. It's like a tower. So this block is not powered by anything because this is off, but this torch is powering this block. And this torch is off because this block is powered by this torch. That should make sense. Now this block doesn't have any power into it, so this torch is on. But check this. Say I turn this on. Now this block is powered, so then this is off. But then because that is off, this block isn't powered, and this is on. But now this is on, this block is powered, and this becomes off. So redstone torches are basically just like opposites. So now if we come here, what I showed you earlier, if this is powered, all on, bang, it's off. And the torch is off, it's on. So obviously you can see, because this is brighter, when I do this, it's dark. It's like a normal torch, but just dark and a bit red. That's how you know it's off. But redstone torches are very weird, because look here, if I had to do this, this doesn't get powered, but you would think it does. However, if I do this, let me just get rid of this to make it easier. If I do this, that's powered. So whatever direction this is facing, and wherever on the block it is placed, it will power a certain thing. So just think about it like this: whatever block is above a redstone torch is powered, no matter where the redstone torch is. So as I already showed you, if it's directly above, it is powering this block. But if you do like this block, okay, wait, my bad. This block here is directly above this. So then this block will be powered, so then this will turn off. And it doesn't have to be directly above. You can do this. You can go in this direction. It will all be off. Okay, let me just make a day so it's a bit easier to see. Time, day. There you go. So I've already gone through that. And as I just showed you now, see, on, off, on, off. If I turn this on, this goes off, on, off, on. So now, this is very useful for redstone contraption. You can use either one. To be honestly, if I'm doing a challenge, I'd probably use this. But normally, I'd use this. But obviously, this has its flaws. But anyways, so you might be wondering, wait, this does not look normal. You can't do this with normal redstone. You can't go like this with normal blocks. You can't do that. Or you can. Shucks, that's not you. My fault. But anyways, I'm just gonna do it with glass, so because it's a bit easier. But when you're doing with blocks, you can make a 2x2 like building with blocks going like so. So you can power going up. So if you go like this, bang, it goes. You see, both powered. They're both powered. This travels up, and like this goes down. On, off. So let me just show you how to build this quickly. So you go like this. Lever, block, 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 go like this. And then you can use any block apparently. You can go like this, bang, and you see it's going up. Oh no, you can't. As I was saying, it doesn't work with every block because you can see there's no redstone going up this block, but here the redstone is going up. But what you can do actually, you can take a repeater, put it there, and this will work. Let's check it like that. See, off. Let me actually make it easier to see. That might work. I actually don't know. Okay, it does work. So you can power it like this. But with redstone, the best way to learn how to do it, you must just experiment. So go on your own. Try like make a whatever called make a door, make a double piston extender, and stuff like that. So my challenge to you is try and make a double piston extender. Because you might think, oh, this is easy. Let me just go like this. I'll just do this. Da 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 da. I can just do that and it'll work. But no, it doesn't. Because this is random. It won't work. It'll power different times. You see different things with power. It doesn't work because it's all at the same. So that's why repeaters come in. Let me actually just show you quickly. Now I haven't done redstone in a long time, so we'll have to see how this goes. But basically, what you have to do is you have to power this one first, so like this. Then power this one. So then we're just gonna make a little like place for this to go. So then, as you can see, it's there. And then you don't want to do this because a sticky piston can't pull back a piston that's already extended. So what you want to do, you want to depower this. Okay, I'm just going to break that for now. Unpower this. And then that block is still there. So you want to power this one again and power it off. So I'm going to build this quickly just so you understand. But if you want to pause the video and try to do it on your own, you're welcome to. So obviously we want this one to be powered first. So then that goes like that. Bang. Oh wait, let me just fix it quickly. There we go. And then you want to go like this. So over here is where the next block will be. Like that. Okay, but then you want this one to be unpowered first. So what you can do, you can just put no more redstone there and go like that. One tick. It might not work. That's why you could experiment with the stuff. Yeah, you see it was too quick. So two. There you go. And then like this. So that one's, this one probably won't work, but we'll see. We'll do 4 ticks. Obviously that doesn't work. So then we can just do that, go like this for one more. Aye, that doesn't work as well. Like this should definitely work. There you go. So let me just do this quickly. There you go. So you see the block is here. And then here, if we do that, then you go like that. But a very hard thing to do is a triple piston extender. Now this is like really hard. And I know I'm getting ahead of myself. But if you want, let me actually make space for this. Ooh. Let me just get some sandstone to fill that in. Sandstone. There you go. Okay, I'm just gonna keep that in inventory in case of any mistakes like this. So let's try it. Now I'm gonna struggle with this as well, but if you want to struggle with me, you can. Welcome to try this on your own. Okay, so let's see. I want to power this. They want to power this. They want to power this. So let's make our little area. Okay. So this, you can make it compact, but I'm just gonna do it like how I normally would. So you want to go like that, and pull that in. Then you want to power this, unpower that. That's this where the timing comes in weirdly. So go like that, go like that. Okay, that's pretty complicated, but it's fine. I'll be honest with you. I've made this, and in my prime, I made a quadruple piston extender, but it's like it's classy, very hard. Okay, let's see. So we're just gonna copy what we did there. Okay, I'm gonna put a block here. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna put shades. Shucks. Okay. Okay. And then I'm just gonna power this so long. There we go. Okay, so we want this, and this one must pull back. Okay. Now this one must also pull back, so that should be that like that. Wait, I want to make this quite quick, so like I must act quick. Okay, it's fine. We need one more. We're gonna have to go both sides for this one. Okay. I don't even know why I have that there like that. Wait a minute. I'm gonna have to go like this. Okay. Like that. Okay, perfect. This should work. Let me just make it day again. Time, day. Okay, let's see how this works. Okay, so you wanna identify where the problem is. So that's what's the problem. You need one more so it can pull. that one. Let's see, like this. Okay, perfect. And now we just need one more here. So what we can actually do is go like this. And make it a bit more compact. As I was saying earlier, go like this, go like this. Okay, if that is 3, then you want to go 4. So we just want to go like this actually. That might be too quick, but it could work. Okay, so it turns on. What went wrong? So something went wrong. Okay, wait. This. Sharks. Okay, wait. So you might have to use an observer here. I'm just going to use an observer to make it easier. But I know I haven't taught you guys observers. So I will show you. I'll show you just now in a new video. If you go like this, okay. So an observer. Okay, no, I'm not going to explain this now. Great, I can actually just go like this normal. G3, G3, G3. Wait, why don't I move it one back? I don't know, I've just done this. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, yo, I'm being a fool. 1, 2, 3. I did it for this reason. I'll show you now. And then you want to go like this. Ooh. Like that. And like that. Okay, this should work. It might be a bit too quick. We'll have to see. Okay, no, it did work. So there you go. There you have it. All the way here, and we do this. Perfect. Okay. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. That was awesome. I'm gonna make a new video now quickly, but then I've got to go do some work. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you just now.